Your daughter has no idea how long it takes to print and make a replica helmet. She asks you to be Magneto. In order to hit your timeline, you must print at a very low resolution, of which you will have to deal with by hand. You glue until your fingers bleed and cannot fathom the idea of sending out a subpar product, because at the end of the day, you're obsessive compulsive. You sandblast, you sand, and sand, and sand some more, and then get some more sanding, and a power sander, and then you have to try and deal with the lines from the poor print because you didn't have enough time to print it the right way. So you try untested methods of acetone and spot putty, which fail miserably, and end up taking more time and more sanding. But luckily, this helmet is from the movie Days of Future Past, which is supposed to look rough. And by hand tamping on some spot putty, you achieve the forged look. Alright, that's enough of the voice. And after I got the putty on there, I added a base coat of silver, and then I used some new stuff, liquid latex. This allows us to peel off after the layers so we can get some reveals in there, as opposed to adding them layer. What I have done in the past is add those layers on after. This allows me to paint layer, paint layer, paint layer, and it's going to give it a more authentic look. I gotta admit, it turned out really well. My son ended up going as Wolverine, so we added some Wolverine scratches to this helmet. I thought it would be a nice little nod here after hitting it with silver. And the first layer, I added a second layer of liquid latex after hitting it with a gunmetal and a black. You can see I already took off some of the silver or some of the latex to get some reveals, and then I just widened them up, so you're going to have multiple layers of paint and scarring. So found this liquid latex. We were looking for Halloween costumes. Luckily, the entire family went as a theme, and by theme, my daughter went as Magneto, my son, oldest son, went as Wolverine, and my youngest son went as a Ghostbuster. So here is a red. It's the closest red we could find in the short amount of time. As you could tell from the outdoor conditions, we were rushing this project to get it done. This was way too bright, but now it's time to, again, add some more black. And I wanted this to look as though it was handmade, hand forged, if you will. Magneto would have put this together using his powers, and he may be good at magnets, but he's probably not good with paint. Just a thought. Here we're hiding some of our crimes where they got the overspray, but we didn't want to make it look perfect. And now it's time to take off some of that liquid masking. That liquid latex works pretty good. I did find one problem. When you have a product like this that looks like it's hand forged and it's pretty rough and it's meant to be, I had to try and remember where I put all of it. So as the paint dried, or in this case when it wasn't dry at all, I kind of had to remember where it was and just run my finger until I felt the liquid latex. It ended up turning out really well. So, and that is really fun. It's still too shiny, so now I needed to age it with a little black wash.
That was the most important part.
Well, pretty important.
Other than zooming in, why would I zoom in to not even have a video?
Are you ready?
Yeah, I started recording 17 seconds ago. Oh. There. Zoomed in a little bit more, so then you can get both of them in the same shot.
Okay.
With a good... Whoa, that looks like you just dunked it in mud.
Well, that's the point.
Have you seen an up-close picture of an ant?
I have.
Aren't they creepy?
They are.
I saw one today. Very creepy.
By now you can tell I had a couple helpers with the filming this time, and I thought some of the commentary was too good to voice over or take out, so here's a few more that I thought you'd all enjoy.
Bring in the Browns. Bring in the Browns. Bring in the Browns. Yeah. Dad, you were wearing the wrong shirt today.
Yeah.
We should have outtakes of this.
God, let me get the shot.
This one?
Yeah. People like stuff like this. It's satisfying.
Here I'm using that thoroughly mixed silver paint and using a dry brush method to add some more highlights to a bright silver, really the last thing we did before putting some foam inside and calling her good. All in all, it worked out really well. My daughter was very pleased, and the whole thing lasted about 2 hours before she dropped it. But I was able to fix it and add some more battle damage, and now we have a Magneto helmet. All in all, pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.